Hey guys, Rafael here from Flip English School, and today I'm here with another video. This time we're going to talk a little bit about modal perfect, okay? So I really hope you enjoy the video. So as I said guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about the modal perfect. I'm going to start showing you the situations in which we use modal perfect, okay? And the construction, and then I'll go to the examples. So let's start off with the modal perfect should have, okay? First, do you remember some time ago when we learned the modal verb should? Well, should is used to give advice, to make a suggestion, to make recommendation, right? Now, it's very similar, the modal perfect, okay? Let's see here. We use the modal perfect should have to give advice, make suggestions, and make recommendations in the past. Okay? So we use it to talk about past situations, to make recommendations about past situations. Okay? Give advice on past situations. Okay? Similar to the modal verb would. Do you remember some time ago we saw would we use for hypothetical situation? Remember, you can't change the past, but you can hypothesize, you can imagine, you can think about the past, okay? And how things would have been different, okay? Now, we use it for hypothetical situations in the past, okay? Very similar to the suggestions and the recommendations, okay? The only difference is that they're in the past. Well, they're similar because they're in the past. And the only difference is that would have is used more for hypothetical situations, okay? Now, the construction is fairly simple too. The construction, you're going to use would have or should have plus the past participle of the verb, okay? So, should have and would have plus the past participle of the verb. Remember the past participle. Go, went, gone. Okay? Drive, drove, driven. Okay? The past participle of the verb. Alright, guys? Alright, so let's go on to the examples here. I'm going to start with an example for should have. Pay attention to this scenario, this situation here. He went to the beach and got sunburned. Do you know sunburned? When your skin is very red because of the sun. You know, your skin turns red. Yeah? So he went to the beach and got sunburned. Well, I can give some advice for this situation. Now look, I can't change the situation, right? But I can give some advice for the past situation. He should have worn sunblock. You know, sunblock protects your skin from the sun. So he should have worn sunblock. Okay? Pay attention to the verb form because the verb form is worn. Okay? Wear, were, worn. Okay? So he should have worn sunblock. Alright? Now, let's take a look here with some examples for would have. Look at this here. She was robbed, but didn't call the cops. All right, so she was robbed, but didn't call the cops. Well, I would have called the cops. Okay. Now, if I had been in the same situation, I would have called the cops. Okay. Look, I can't change the past, but I can hypothesize about it. I can imagine a different scenario, a different situation. Right? All right, now look at this here. The modal perfect can be used in a negative way too. Let me show you here. First, with the example for should have. Let's see here. He had an argument with his wife, and he shouted at her. He shouted at her, right? Now, he shouldn't have shouted at his wife. He shouldn't have shouted at her. I mean, it's not good in an argument to shout. You know, you have to try to remain calm, talk, right? So he shouldn't have shouted at her. But the reality is he did, right? But he shouldn't have. An example with would have. Let's take a look here. My sister was robbed and tried to fight off the thief. Can you believe that? She tried to fight with the thief. Come on, you know, you don't do that. If I had been in her shoes, I wouldn't have done that. Okay? I wouldn't have tried to fight off the thief. Now look once again. The reality is she tried to fight off the thief. But I can imagine about a different scenario, a different situation. I wouldn't have done that. Okay? Well, guys, it was a short video, but I really hope it has helped you, and I hope you liked it. See you next time. Bye-bye.